Good morning and welcome to Winnipeg. Well, today is a really, you might say, a big day because I'm going to be putting down the Panline accent color on the deck. If you remember, we did the clear coat thing. Now, somebody was suggesting that possibly I should have used the instead of using the flat clear, I should have used the gloss clear, and I can see the thinking behind that. And I was wondering about that too. Does the flat clear have a tendency to absorb the Panline color, sort of like a blotter would? And whereas I realized that the gloss clear, it will sort of, like water off a duck's back, so to speak. It's going to just sort of flow down into the cracks where it's supposed to be. However, if you will notice, the deck tan is very, very light. So if it gets darkened, it's probably going to be a bit of a good thing. Sort of the way it went on the Rodney. Now, it's kind of funny. This morning I went and I looked way back about, 500 episodes, I guess, to where I had done the deck on the Rodney and did the panel, because I wanted to see how did I do it, because I was happy with it. And yeah, I did it pretty much the way I remembered. Now, another thing, do I use the brown or do I use the black? Now, the general consensus is that the brown will look better. But I kind of want to see how is the black gonna turn out. One of the viewers said that he had done both black and brown, and both looked good in their own way. So I kind of felt good about that. It's not like he had said the brown looked a lot better. I think that the brown would be more authentic, but I think the black might make it. Hey, remember the Iowa had a blue deck for a while, for goodness sakes. Maybe it's blue now still, I'm not sure. I have to look at that video. About 2 or 3 years ago, or maybe not even, I looked at a really good video on YouTube where a guy held the camera in front of him and he walked around on the deck on the Iowa. It seems to me it looked like a lot of it was sort of half under construction or something. Anyway, or repair, whatever. I guess they're getting it ready for the tourists, maybe. At least that's the way I remember. It's been quite a while now. A funny thing happened this morning. Probably maybe only not even half an hour ago. I was thinking about the fact that the deck has been sprayed with the deck tan. And then I was wondering, well, how much decking was there on this piece that goes right here? And I can't find it. It's somewhere here in the living room. I guess I'll eventually find it, but it just sort of struck me as odd that, I couldn't find it when I wanted to see it. It's too late now. If there is planking that I should have sprayed with the deck tan, well, I'm going to have to do it later now anyway. Anyway, I do believe that I am going to try the black. And I guess if worst comes to worst, I don't know, maybe I could mount the ship upside down in the case so you can't see the deck, or I think it'll be okay. I've already got enough viewers mad at me for not doing things properly. Okay, there is no rollback. So we may as well just get right into it here and reset up. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the camera on the other side here, looking this way. And then when I'm working here, I'm not bumping into you. And if I can remember, I will just keep moving the deck along. And most of it should be in focus at the same time. I'll stop my lens down so that as much of it is in focus as possible, because you will be coming in at an angle. And I'm sure a lot of you, I know I talk a lot about that, and maybe there's somebody out there that doesn't understand what I'm talking about. Okay, well let's just move this here, and I'll show you what I mean. On let's say I'm focused right in on the center right here. This will be nice and sharp, but here it'll be fuzzy, and here it'll be fuzzy because the camera is coming in at an angle. This is closer to the film plane than this is. But if I remember to stop my lens right down, then this will be a little sharper, and this will be a little sharper, and this will be a tiny bit more fuzzy. So don't go commenting and saying, hey, your camera's going to be a whole lot sharper at 5.6 than it is at 22. Well, I know that, but the overall looks better if I stop my lens down, if I remember. Occasionally I forget. Right now it's set at f14. So, and as best I remember, the focusing point of focus is right here. This should be the sharpest, but this should be quite. You should be able to even read these. You know. Am I stalling here? Let's recompose. Okay, 2 or 3 things I'd like to mention first before we get going here, and first of all, I think the reason I'm doing the deck now instead of after I've got it glued down onto the hull is because I think it's going to be a lot easier to work on it down here, obviously. And not only that, if I have a bad spill of any kind, it's not going to run down the sides of the hull. I don't think that would happen, but you know, Murphy's Law. Now, second thing I wanted to say is that while I'm working along here, like let's say you're right here and you're looking right here or wherever, and I want to try and keep these halves together. And the reason being is so that when I'm going from this fore half to the stern half, now I know that's not what you call it, but anyway, I'll be able to blend. Otherwise, let's say I do these separately, and I can't see them both at the same time. But if I have them together, it should be a lot easier to try and get it so that when these are glued down onto the hull, there isn't quite as noticeable a difference. In other words, this won't be really light and this will be really dark. Now, mind you, right here, you probably can't see it. There is no planking. I don't know if something goes there or what. So my intent is to try and keep the panel line accent color. Well, I don't know if that's a good idea. Maybe I should really try and find the stuff that goes here. I'm gonna try and find this piece that goes on here and just see how much of this does it cover. As near as I can tell, it covers this whole thing. But does it come out right here and right here? You're probably too far away. You can't see that. And here's another spot right here where it looks like something goes there. I suppose I could look in this, couldn't I? Okay, bear with me. Okay, I found it. It was inside the flap where the hull was in the box. I guess I thought that was a good safe place for it. Anyway, we are loaded with planking. All of this is planking. All of this is planking. Why did I not think of that when I was spraying the deck? I don't know. Anyway, here's the piece, and yeah, this is all planking. Right up to here. All right, let's carefully not try to scratch anything now. Which way is it supposed to go? This way. Okay, I don't need to fit that on there tight. Okay, I can see now that it's got the basis where one of the turrets sticks out. So that means that this area and this area, it doesn't matter if I get wash over top of it. Okay, and there's obviously something's going to go on the front here. I'll just peruse ahead here. Okay, yeah, something's going to go on the front there. It's called a little part that's going to have a lot of detail on it. Okay, so this will be completely covered as well. Okay, let's stop stalling here. There's nothing I can do about this planking right now. I'll have to respray. Okay, here we go, and what we've got is masking tape stuck down, so that I know that if I keep this hull, or deck rather, in line with it as I move it along, we should be able to, you know, have everything in line for the camera. And all right, let's move in a bit here. Okay, that's going to be our view. Normally what I would do in a case like this when I'm trying to show the decking, instead of having the lights coming in evenly from both sides, I would have a strong light coming in at an acute angle and to cast shadows on the planking so to be able to see it better. But that's not what I want right now. What I want right now is to be able to look down on it and sort of catch the blotchiness. At least that's the plan. Oh, and by the way, we are stopped right down to F22, so the depth of field should be fairly good. All right, now, where's my other glasses here? Another thing that I'll do is at the beginning of the scene, like probably right about right now, I'll mention where you can scrub ahead to get to the end of this. Okay, now just let me check my monitor one more time. No, that's not too bad. Okay. Well, here we go, folks. I mean, this is going to be it. Now, I don't want it to wick out into the gray, so as best I remember, this is pretty much the way I did it when I did the Rodney. I would like it to cover the, you know, I want the lines to be black, but I kind of want it to have the whole thing. I want it to go up into the gray. Okay. Let's just catch the other side here now. Then I'll take my wide brush and just try and get rid of some of the... I can't work and talk at the same time, sorry. Before. Oh, that was a little bit heavy, wasn't it? Yeah, I remember doing it like this before. Now we want to just try and get rid of it so that all of the deck tan is covered. At least that's the plan. Yeah, I think that's going to be all right. Okay, let's just keep going here. think what I'm going to have to do is make sure that I don't let it dry too much before I go over it with the wide brush. Now places like in here and then on there, I don't think we need to worry about it. Although I don't know, maybe we should. I wonder if I should be using the wide brush exclusively to put this on. I don't know. The pigment of this stuff will go to the bottom. It does stay suspended very good. And for those of you who like to yell at your computer, I imagine you're probably doing a lot of yelling right now. just looking in my monitor right now. There's only about a minute and a half left in this memory card, and then the camera's going to shut down. So we just made it. I'm going to have to wind today's episode up because it's pretty long here. We'll let this dry, and we'll have a nice close look at it in tomorrow's episode. I think it's going to be okay once. It'll be a little less blotchy once it dries. Might have to touch up the odd place, but I don't think so. I think I got everywhere. Some places more heavily than others. Yeah. Did I make the wrong choice? I don't know. I'm kind of satisfied with it. Yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.